Welcome back to Learner First English. In today's lesson, we'll talk about 10 English words you're probably using wrong. Let's get started. Have you ever said, I need an advice, or I go to the gym every day? They sound right, don't they? But actually, they're not. In this video, we'll fix 10 common words you might be using incorrectly and help you sound more natural and confident in English. Advice. I need an advice is incorrect. We should say, I need some advice. So, let's understand the meaning. Is advice a noun or a verb? A noun. Is advice a countable or an uncountable noun? Uncountable noun. So, if it's uncountable, should we use an or some before it? Some. If you want to talk about just one idea or suggestion, you can say, I need a piece of advice, or simply, I need advice. Everyday versus every day. I go to the gym every day is incorrect. We should say, I go to the gym every day. Is every day an adjective or an adverb? Adjective. Is every day an adjective or an adverb? It is an adverb of frequency, meaning it tells us how often something happens. In this sentence, I go to the gym every day. Are we describing the gym or saying how many times we do something? How many times we do something? So, should we use every day or every day? Every day, the adverb of frequency. Effect versus affect. Your attitude will affect your success is incorrect. We should say, your attitude will affect your success. In this sentence, is your attitude doing something to your success? Yes. Are we talking about an action or a thing? An action. Which word is a verb? Affect or effect? Affect. So should we say affect your success or effect your success? Affect your success. Effect is commonly used as a noun and it means result or outcome. For example, the medicine had no side effects. Fewer versus less. There were less people at the party is incorrect. We should say there were fewer people at the party. Now, can we count the number of people at the party? Yes. Is people a countable noun? Yes. Which adjective do we use with countable nouns? Less or fewer? Fewer. So, should we say less people or fewer people? Fewer people. Here's an example where you can use less in a sentence. There was less water in the bottle than I expected. Water is uncountable, so we use less. Since versus for. I've been here since 2 hours is incorrect. We should say, I've been here for 2 hours. Now, is 2 hours a point in time or a duration? A duration. Do we use since for a specific point in time or a duration? A specific point in time. For example, I've been living in Portugal since 2023. So, do we use for a point in time or a duration? A duration. So, should we say since 2 hours or for 2 hours? For 2 hours. Between versus among. The team will decide among Alice, Isabel, and Anaya for the position. Is incorrect. We should say the team will decide between Alice, Isabel, and Anaya for the position. Here, are Alice, Isabel, and Anaya separate individual names? Yes. If we're talking about specific named individuals, should we use between or among? Between. Here's an example where we can use among. The team will decide among a number of candidates for the position. In the phrase a number of candidates, do we know who the names are? No. Are they named separately? No. So, if we're talking about three or more people or things without naming them individually, should we use between or among? Among. Then versus Dan. Mary is taller than John is incorrect. We should say Mary is taller than John. Here, are we comparing two people? Yes. Is then used for comparisons or for time. For time. Which word do we use to compare things? Then or than. Than. What are we trying to say? Mary is taller at a different time, or Mary is taller compared to John. That she is taller compared to John. So should we say taller than or taller than? Taller than. Here's an example where we can use than. We had dinner, then we watched a movie. Here, then is used for time, meaning they watched the movie after dinner. Who versus whom. To who should I give the letter is incorrect. We should say, to whom should I give the letter? Here, am I doing the action or receiving it? Doing the action, giving. Is the person I'm giving the letter to doing anything in the sentence? No. Are we talking about the subject or the object of the verb give? Object, the person receiving the letter. So, when somebody is receiving the action or something is being done to them, should we use whom or who? Whom. Who is used when a person does the action, not receives it. For example, who is eating? And we can reply, he or she is eating. Unique. She is very unique is incorrect. We should simply say she's unique. Does unique mean one of a kind? Yes. Is unique already a strong word by itself? Yes. Do we usually use very with absolute words like unique, perfect, or dead? No. since unique already means one of a kind, so don't use very or so. Just say she's unique. That's enough. Well versus good. She did good on the test is incorrect. We should say she did well on the test. Are we describing the test or how someone performed on the test? How they performed. Is did a verb or a noun? Verb. Is good an adjective or an adverb? An adjective. Do we use adjectives to describe verbs like did? No. Is well an adverb? Yes. Do we use adverbs to describe verbs? Yes. So, should we say she did good or she did well? She did well. It's time to practice. Check whether the sentences are correct or incorrect. Number 1. She gave me an advice before my exam. Incorrect. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. Correct. The cold weather affects her health. Correct. There were less apples in the basket. Incorrect. We've been awake for 7 hours. Correct. The siblings divided the chocolate among them. Correct. The boys are heavier than the girls. Incorrect. To whom is this letter written? Correct. My friend from Japan is very unique. Incorrect. He spoke good at the graduation. Incorrect. Remember, don't use an before advice. Use every day to talk about how many times you do something. Affect is a verb and effect is usually a noun. Use fewer for countable nouns. For talks about duration and since about a specific point in time. If we mention specific named individuals, use between. Than is used for comparisons. When somebody's receiving the action, use whom. Never use very before unique. Use well and not good to describe verbs. Thank you for learning with me today on Learner First English. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more interactive lessons. In the next lesson, we'll look at heteronyms, words spelled exactly the same but have different meanings and sounds. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time.